Hi there, welcome back to my views and news. Two news stories. First one is from the Amhara region where an Ethiopian military camp came under attack a few hours ago because almost 30 minutes ago I received this information from the area. So it happened around 1 to 2 hours ago, you can say. A camp was attacked and military then arrested a few people. Was the attacker arrested? Secondly, last month in Canada, Toronto, in two places we saw a confrontation between Eritrean pro-government and opposition groups. An Eritrean pro-government festival was attacked by Brigade Nhamedu members. Now, Toronto police issued a statement today. It wants public support in identifying and arresting those who were involved in the attack. Can we say Brigade Nhamedu is in trouble? Firstly, viewers, first news story is from Gondar city of the Amhara region. We saw last week that Fano fighters entered Gondar. They attacked two police stations. They released dozens of prisoners. They carried out attacks on military vehicles too in Gondar city. And there was urban combat on the streets of Gondar between Fano and military. Fano fighters withdrew after completing their operation. Some Fano fighters were killed, injured too. Salman Ethanau, their top commander, was injured. ENDF also suffered losses, though ENDF does not make its losses public. Fano fighters largely withdrew from Gondar, but today a military camp in Gondar came under attack. The military camp is basically a military base, a big military base. It is in Gondar. It's in southern part of Gondar, Azezo defense camp. If you remember, when Fano fighters entered Gondar a few weeks ago when they captured entire Gondar, back then Azezo came under Fano control. Military had to withdraw. And Azezo serves as one of the top bases of Northwestern Command. Today, I don't know if Fano is the right word, but some youths threw bombs on Azezo defense camp. Hand grenades were thrown, obviously by Fano or pro-Fano youths. And in this attack, 4 people, 1 casualty, 1 was killed, 3 were injured, according to Ethiopian National Defense Force soldiers who were there. But people say that more were killed. ENDF acknowledged only 1 casualty, that 1 ENDF soldier was killed and 3 were injured. After this attack, Ethiopian military launched an operation. They arrested youths who were there at the time of the attack. So several youths were arrested. The attackers could not be arrested. The youths were arrested, they were investigated, but reportedly all youths have been released because the real attacker could not be arrested. So that is why the suspicious, the youth suspected of having carried out the attack were released because they were found not guilty during investigation conducted by Ethiopian National Defense Force. Now, important point is that while Gondar is under military control, just yesterday we heard from that General, Brigadier General Mari, who said that extremist elements just entered Gondar, but they suffered losses. And these extremist elements are anti-peace, anti-Ethiopia elements. He spoke as if nothing happened, as if military is in full control. But an ENDF camp has been attacked. It means that ENDF is finding it difficult to secure its own bases, let alone security of common civilians. So, foreign fighters have their presence in the form of sleeper cells, in the form of their supporters, in the form of their loyalists, in all big cities of the Amhara region. That is why we have seen attacks in Bahirdar too. 2 attacks on military by foreign fighters in Bahirdar in the past 3 to 4 days. And now after retreat from Gondar, after withdrawal from Gondar, this attack was carried out on Azezo defense camp. So you will keep on seeing these infiltrations, these hit and run attacks by foreign fighters on military. Ambush, hit and run, infiltrations. That is how FANO operates. That is why it is difficult to completely control big town cities. That is why it is difficult to neutralize, to completely disband FANO faction, because they are operating in very small groups, separately, independently. Their purpose is attack on military, on Prosperity Party top members, on top government officials. They are waiting for convoys, for militaries, or loopholes. Wherever they find loopholes, they carry out the attack. So how can you secure the entire region? Secondly, second story is from Canada. The rivalry or the tension between Eritrean pro-government and opposition groups is rising. This tension is turning into rivalry and bitter animosity. Animosity is the right word now, because we are seeing head-on collision between these 2 groups. Several collisions between these 2 groups, attacks mainly by Brigade Nhamedu members, opposition group, on pro-Eritrean government groups. We have seen attacks in Germany, in Sweden, in Netherlands, Canada, US, Israel. And so far no solution. The festivals are being postponed, but you cannot permanently ban all these festivals through these attacks, because we saw big protest by pro-Eritrean government community in London last week. Hundreds attended the protest. They demanded that the right to peacefully organize festivals be respected by Western governments. So Western governments cannot totally ban Eritrean festivals, though Eritrean government is behind these festivals. Now in Toronto, in Canada, last month we saw attacks on Eritrean pro-government festivals. Brigade Nhamedu members, they openly attacked the venue. In Rosalind Park, there was an attack, in other location too. And in that confrontation, we saw that several were injured, including police officials and Eritrean community members. Toronto Police has issued a statement. Toronto Police is seeking public assistance. It has released some pictures of those who were involved in attack on Eritrean pro-government program in Canada, which was held on the 5th of August last month. Pictures have been released, and pictures are mainly of Brigade Nhamedu members. So Brigade Nhamedu members, police is now after these opposition members. Police is trying to identify them through public assistance. Police wants to prosecute them. This is what I was talking about, that these Brigade Nhamedu members are endangering their status. They could be charged with violence, with committing with crimes. And that is what could happen, both in Israel, in Canada, and in Europe. In Israel, we know that a trial is underway, because in Israel there was a clash between pro-government and opposition members, and there too, opposition members, Brigade Nhamedu members, they attacked the venue of the pro-government people there. Now both sides are facing a trial there, and Brigade Nhamedu members are protesting in front of Israeli embassies across the world. They want Israel to take action against Eritrean embassy, which is backing pro-Eritrean group in Israel. So same tension in other countries of the world too. But it seems that now Brigade Nhamedu members could be in trouble, because legal proceedings are underway in two countries, Israel, Canada, against these Brigade Nhamedu members. Police, if arrest them, obviously will charge them and they'll have to face the consequences of the attack on the festivals. Brigade Nhamedu members will have to change this strategy. I think this strategy, yes, it is leading to pressure upon Eritrean government. Eritrean government is at a loss. It does not know how to handle the situation. But in the long run, it will be difficult for Brigade Nhamedu members to continue these attacks. Though Western governments, US, they want they're not happy with the activities of Eritrean embassy, Eritrean consulates. They obviously criticize Eritrea for a poor human rights record there. At the same time, they won't tolerate violence on their soil. So, Brigade Nhamedu members will have to be creative in their protest against Eritrean government, it seems. Thank you for watching.